The Private Sector Foundation, in partnership with Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives, are organizing Uganda-South Africa Business Summit, scheduled to take place on February 27th, March 2023 in Pretoria, South Africa. The summit, according to experts, will provide a platform for the private sector, companies and businesses to create new markets and narrow the trade deficit of $287 million between the two countries.
So I wanted to emphasize the fact that when the private sector thrives, or when you do increase markets, which is what we're trying to do here, when it thrives, generally the economy thrives. Because if we're able to open up more markets for our business people, for us to be able to sell our goods and services more out there, it means we will catalyze jobs here in Uganda. We will create more jobs in Uganda.
As you've seen, the trade deficit between the two countries, it's over $287 million. We export just around over $70 million to South Africa. So for me, my goal is to cover and to plug that trade deficit gap. We expect investment to cover that gap. So how can we close it? Ensure that we send finished products to South Africa, export finished products there, get investors from South Africa that support us in the value addition here.
So far, 160 Ugandan businesses have already been registered to participate in the summit, with the highest percentage coming from the sectors of agriculture and agribusiness, tourism and hospitality, professional services, transport and logistics, energy and minerals, as well as ICT. However, acquiring a visa to South Africa is still a hassle, and some Ugandans think that business travels inside African countries should be visa-free.
I am struggling. My visa to South Africa, I have to take a picture, go and get my vaccination card. That whole process just stifles the trade between our countries. So at the leadership level, I think that discussion needs to happen.
It's going to be difficult to keep our borders shut with these little issues called visas. Europe, which fought for 600 years, now you travel from one country to another and you don't know the border. It means that economies force social change. The more we trade with each other, the less and less visa is going to be important. But since it is still here, we take measures like AfCFTA to make sure that the visas for those who are exporting, not abagenda okukyala, not the ones who are just visiting, you have to take your beef and talk to the biltong producers. You need time. You can't spend 2 days for an opportunity you want. You need more time. So we'll speak about these issues with South Africa because they too have issues with us.
The Chairman, Presidential Advisory Committee on Exports and Industrial Development, Audrey Krovogo, further emphasized Uganda's need to grow export revenue, especially in Africa. He requested Ugandan business community traveling to South Africa to conclude deals and attract investors in order to achieve the growth in export revenue by $6 billion over the next 5 years.
The two presidents are meeting, the ministries, institutions of government, and us, the private sector, so that we can see a singular dashboard on trade and opening boundaries and expand our market and work with each other moving forward.
South Africa is one of the Uganda's fastest growing sources of foreign direct investment and is leading in telecommunication, banking, energy and many others. Uganda, on the other hand, exports pharmaceutical products, coffee, vanilla, flowers and vegetables. The South Africa-Uganda Trade Investment Tourism Summit is part of the government intentional initiatives to increase its export quota in the region and international markets. Pedson Mumbere, SMART24 TV, Business Today.